Hello, everyone. Welcome to Abnormal Investigations for the second time tonight. I hope everybody's doing all right. Quite a night tonight, right? I just got in and got the gear all put up. I'm going to go ahead and throw Jesse in here also. I was surprised whenever you said we needed to go live tonight. Here we are.
Yep, everybody asked. Here we are.
Joyce said I actually live in Oklahoma before I even knew about dogmen or werewolves and how it scares me. Yeah, Joyce. Seems like Oklahoma's got a lot of little creatures hiding out there in the woods, and they didn't seem like they really liked me that much tonight.
No. They were trying to warn you. You weren't listening. Typical man.
Yeah, I needed to push the envelope. I didn't want to, girly out of it and not push it and try to get some evidence.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured it. I mean, if I would have kept, I didn't want to be too boastful. I just wanted to do my job and get out of there. That was the main idea of tonight.
Yeah. Well.
So I am guessing a lot of people probably had some questions as why they wanted a live tonight. Tim said, "Be careful, Jess."
I saw that. Hey, I'm only dishing out the same thing I'm getting, so.
I don't know why I take this abuse so much, guys. You see what happens. We come on here and then she just snaps at me. I don't know what it is.
Uh-huh. Yep. Sure. That's okay. The ladies know what's up.
I ain't disagreeing there. Joyce, good to see you tonight. Silver Bullet moderating tonight. Carolyn, it's good to see you. Sharon Guy moderating tonight. Belinda Kruger moderating tonight. I'm going to go ahead and address Brenda Kruger's question. I seen it in the chat earlier. She was wondering where the security team was, and I know that she was wanting to know. The security team has different things that they do whenever I call out certain things. One of those being whenever I
Oh, we lost you. I don't know. Can you guys still hear me? I can't hear him. He froze. No? Yes? Maybe? Hello, Peter. Hello, Keith. Hello, Barry. Hello, Nanny Pam. See, even YouTube didn't want to listen to him. Hello, Larry. I can see you. Your lips are moving, but I can't hear the words.
Now you can hear me?
Now I can hear you.
That's so frustrating. Anyways, so if anybody has any questions, and I'll finish the security question, they're not going to come directly to me. Uh, what happens normally is I'm down a dead end road and they move from point to point to point, and I'm not going to go directly into what we do just because of security reasons. But we do have words that we use, actions that we use that they know what to do and where to go and when to, if you will, send in the cavalry. So there's different stages as to, and they know that I'm out to get evidence and that I don't want to blow that either, you know. So I'm hard headed. I'm not going to bring them right in and run everything out. Um, and there'll be times I go that I won't have a security team, so I have to teach myself not to rely on something that may not be there every time either. You don't want to get accustomed to that. So, does anybody else have any questions about tonight? How many women have said that to you as your lips are moving, but I can't? AI mod, I would say a lot. I would say that happens a lot. It was a crazy boots on the ground, though. There was a lot of action tonight. I watched a video where someone was out in the woods and heard a metallic sound right before Dogman showed up. I was wondering if anyone's heard that. Yeah, I've had the metallic sounds. I've had what sounds like a door shutting, a metal door slamming, creaking, but I haven't disappeared yet, so I'm still waiting on that. How do you protect yourself so that those entities don't follow you home? Have you had any hitchhiker effects? That's a good question. Let me throw that up. Prayer, prayer protection. Put the armor, put the armor of God on. And yeah, I have had hitchhikers. Hitchhiker effect has happened. And anytime you go out, there's always going to be the possibility that you're going to bring something home with you. I pray, and I think against spiritual attacks, that's the best we can do is prayer. And then if it's flesh and blood, then take care of it accordingly. Depending on what it does. What do you think was that clicking noise? I didn't hear a clicking noise. I would assume it would be maybe a form of communication, but I don't hear a lot of what you all hear a lot of times.
Peter wants to know how the night in general made you feel.
Oh, that is a good question, Peter. The night in general, whenever I first arrived, really didn't feel that bad. It felt like a normal night. It was nice out. It was probably, I don't know, it was in the probably 60s. Didn't have a heavy feeling. Um, really didn't have a bad feeling until whenever I heard whatever it was in the distance, and I felt like it came in on me, that it wasn't there when I got there. It was passing through, because I heard like the weird howl that sounded like a coyote that was off. It didn't quite sound right. And then we heard the hoot owl that didn't sound right. And then we heard the other hoot owls. And then the coyote started howling. The cows got upset. And it's like you could hear them coming. So it was like they came in on me. It wasn't like they were there when I got there. So they was probably passing through, and they ran in. I think they ran up on me. Probably wasn't expecting somebody to be out in the middle of the woods tonight. What I did notice I thought was a little strange is I did look on my phone, and it said the moon should have been out, and there was no moon.
Somebody, I think I saw somebody in the chats from the show. They wrote that it wasn't supposed to be out until almost 2 a.m. Unless maybe that's when it
Okay,
was supposed to go down. I don't know, but yeah, I think they said like 2
that makes
a.m.
me
or
feel
something.
better. I seen another one.
Um,
How close was it to you? Probably the closest point tonight. I think probably 15, 20 yards, somewhere around there. That would be my guess. Maybe closer. Sometimes it felt a lot closer. At one point, I think it was obvious because I felt like it was in that 21-foot range at one point to where I thought I was going to have to defend myself. But it seemed to stop its forward movement whenever I showed that I was going to defend myself.
Nanny Pam wanted to know, what did she say? The burst of light, the shadow circling above you is strange. What did you feel that was?
I wasn't real sure um, what that was. I had an incident that occurred on be about almost 2 years now, and it was actually the night before Hunter was stolen over all the lies and corruption and everything. Uh, Same looking entity to me, if it is an entity. It would be the second time that I've dealt with something like that. So kind of interesting to have two occurrences of the same thing, which really needs to be looked into whenever you have something happen twice in a row. I think that brings more of a presence to something whenever you have something happen twice in a row. I mean, there's something going on. And there was a question: have I ever been hit by infrasound? Not that I know of. I've got bad headaches in the field. I felt bad and everything. As far as me being able to say that something hit me with infrasound and that it wasn't just a normal body reaction to pollen, a plant out there, the way the dust blows, adrenaline, I couldn't say. I don't want to speculate and be wrong and make everybody think that when they go out, they get a headache or their head gets full or something. And then we're, speculating everything's infrasound. I think it's important to know as close as to what we can before we theorize that they're hitting us with something. Not saying it
Mm.
don't happen, just saying that I couldn't say if I have or not.
What do you think it was
Yeah,
out
Belinda,
there?
it did look
Dog
like
meat?
some.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going. Belinda said she saw it was crawling around, and that's what the black thing's done. The last time we seen them, it's like they were crawling, coming out of the ground, falling, and going out, rising up, and coming down. Uh, what do I think it was? I felt like whatever was across the creek on the
Hmm.
other side that was paralleling me at first. I kind of felt like that was Sasquatch. Uh, but whenever I started the coyotes and all, and whatever came up on my side, I felt like probably was the what people would call a dogman or werewolf, based on the shadow, the sounds, the growls. It kind of made me think it's probably what it was.
Um, One of the things that I was talking to you earlier about that kind of was a question too is, so from our perspective, when you're out there, we're hearing certain words actually coming through on our end. Whereas on your end, what I think is peculiar is the fact that you're hearing like growls. And it kind of leads me to wonder again, and what you think and what the viewers think, if it has something to do with the different frequencies of what our ears can actually pick up and what the electronics are actually picking up, are that these EVPs that we're actually catching are not these creatures actually speaking to you and all you're getting are growls?
Yeah, I think I made a theory on that a little while back. Larry, I don't know. I don't think they was that big. Um, yeah, I think the theory that I made on that a while back was I think that the possibility of you know that they come from what I believe the fallen angels, the Nephilim, the Eliod, and we know that they say Satan had instruments that made beautiful music, and if that's the case and that was his vocal cords, then I would think that these creatures would be able to probably speak on higher and lower frequencies than what we're able to hear. And if we are hearing parts of their conversations, we're still not able to hear the full conversation, to where you might be hearing a growl, or I might be hearing a growl, and the electronics are able to pick up a different frequency, and then you all are actually hearing the communication within that growl. So I may be hearing something growl to where the microphone that is projecting the audio to you guys are hearing the actual conversation before, between the creatures out there. I think that's a possibility. I think that it may not be what we thought at first. It may not be demons talking. It could be these creatures communicating in a higher and lower frequency than what we're able to hear. And
Mm-hmm.
if that's the case, I think that we have some groundbreaking evidence right here that Abnormal and our team has discovered that I don't think anyone else has really thought about. So I hope that to be the case, and to me it seems pretty plausible.
Yeah, because there were several times that you would even comment and say, "I'm hearing a growl," or "Can you hear that growl?" And we were clearly hearing like it's saying a couple times it actually said your name and called out for you. So I don't think it was just a coincidence. You were hearing one thing and we were hearing another.
That's Kaylee. There's no ghosts in my
Parabolic.
house. Um,
I don't know what a parabolic mic is.
yeah,
Oh, is that with
a
the foamy
parabolic
thing on
mic
it?
is a microphone that looks like a small miniature dish with earphones that hook up to your
Oh,
head.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're able to pick up. I don't know if a parabolic mic would still pick up the higher and lower frequencies. I think it would. It may. I don't know. It'd be something to look into for sure. Belinda, at the end, I saw the shadow of something that had a. Let me make sure I word this right. I saw the shadow of something that appeared to have a muzzle and was probably 7, 8 foot tall. And that's whenever I knew that I was in trouble, that I needed to back up, because that's when y'all heard that weird yapping like talk. I don't know if y'all heard the chatter. It was like it was chattering at me, and that's whenever I felt like okay, it's telling me that that's far enough. I don't know if y'all remember that part or if y'all heard that part.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that, Vicky. The only thing I could think of is because there's times when he asks if I've seen things, maybe just from the fact that he said my name a couple of times, and I know in the past it's besides Sarah, I think it mentioned Brooks at one time too. So it could just be the
Yeah,
fact that it's a familiar name.
yeah. I think they like to mimic a lot of things.
Hmm.
No fireflies that I seen. The moths were starting to come out, but I didn't see any fireflies tonight. I did see some moths. I'm hoping I don't eat one. Melinda says she zoomed in and saw a shadow. There's a question
I
right
think
here if I can grab it.
I'm wondering about that shadow too because I tried to go back and watch the video before we went on tonight, and I thought at one point right before
Uh-huh.
you had turned to say the first time and say that you were getting out that you actually saw what you thought was a dog man. I thought I saw actually a silhouette of something in the shadows, but I wasn't able to go back and actually find it. I need to rewatch again.
The Utah guy had a question. I couldn't. My chat will not roll down. It says I got too many streaming devices. So if you can find his
Did
question,
you
I'll answer it.
did you ever see orbs when getting close to these creatures? That's Utah.
Um, actually, that would be last night. Would be the first orb I think I've caught on film. Uh, so not normally. Last night would be the first time. It was going down the river. That would be the first time. I've seen things out in the woods that I thought may have been an orb, but I felt like last night was more of the classic orb that people would talk about.
I'm not sure if you saw too, I put a comment in yesterday's. There was another orb that I saw almost 5 minutes into the video that I put a timestamp on, and it was in the trees above, and it actually showed up for just a split second almost. It was pretty big and floated across the trees and then disappeared. So I knew it definitely was not some type of a bug or something. It was a classic orb,
Right.
which I probably would have questioned or wouldn't have questioned if it wasn't for the fact that you had been seeing them out there.
Right. Palazzo Place, I believe that Dogman's a result of genetic manipulation by our government. Um, Palazzo, I think that our government may have genetically engineered some things from the DNA of these creatures, but I believe the original ones have always been here. It goes all the way back to the pyramids, the Bible, dog-headed people. So I think that it all goes back to the Nephilim, and but that's not saying that our government hasn't captured a body or something and has gained access to the DNA and has genetically modified something else. Or some people say the super program. You know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh. Holy cow. Um,
What is it?
well, I was just looking at our StreamYard chat is not moving nearly as
Huh?
fast as the YouTube chat.
Really?
So,
That's interesting,
yeah. Okay, here we
isn't
go.
it?
Yeah, somebody got timed out and I just got a message and I was going to look and see. And that's why I just realized how quickly the chat was moving.
Yes, Palazzo. Yes.
Sorry, I was checking on this to see what happened.
All right. No, I didn't really think tonight was going to be that bad. I really didn't. I thought it was going to be a peaceful night. I didn't have a bad feeling until that all. It's like it all came in. It came to me. It wasn't because usually when I have a bad night, I'll step out of the vehicle and I'll be like, "Ooh, this don't feel right. This is going to be, one of those nights." I didn't feel that. Didn't feel that tonight.
So you didn't think it was going to be a bad night, but it ended up being. Well, on our end, it looked like
Yeah.
it was a whole lot worse than normal.
Oh, it definitely toward the end it got really intense. There was a moment that some things about happened, but luckily it stopped doing what it was doing to cause me to do what I was doing, so which was probably a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Belinda, it was a mixed bag tonight. They didn't
Hello,
want you there
Dana.
halfway through. Yeah, that's true, Virginia. They didn't want us there. Hello, Dana. Good to see you. So, yeah, I think that whenever it came through, it decided that it didn't want me there, um, which makes me think that it probably was going to continue to stay in that area that it wasn't passing through. Maybe it was coming to that area to access the creek. Maybe it was going to drink. Maybe it was going to hunt. and I was in the way.
Well, and again, it's springtime.
I
Could
did
it
speak too
be?
soon, Belinda.
Yeah. But again, it's springtime. It's getting warm out. It could be that they're just ornery and, it's mating season.
Yeah, that would have been a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, because they would probably be more aggressive.
Well, they seemed pretty
Mike just
aggressive.
cramped its style.
Could get worse. Yeah.
Yeah, Nanny Pam, it was one of the scariest ones. It was very aggressive tonight. You could tell that it definitely did not want me out there, especially at the end. It's like it didn't mind, and then all of a sudden it was like, we don't really want this guy right here.
Yeah, there was one growl in particular that sounded, because isn't that, did you say you could feel it in your chest? That
Yeah, it was like
growl?
a low vibration.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because that actually, on my end, it sounded like almost like a plane engine or a car engine, but it didn't have that change in like RPMs change like an engine would have.
yeah.
It
It
just
was
was
like
a
it was like a step, just a
yep,
without a up or down.
yep, yep, and that's exactly what it sounded like. Yeah.
I could feel it. Yeah, you can feel it when it does it. You can feel it.
Mhm.
Definitely a wild ride. Definitely was worth going out tonight. I'm going to be interested to see that the guy that goes through my stuff, if he picked up anything, because the gimbal that I was using tonight, it was locking on to faces. I mean, it was saying right there, right there, right there. So I just let the gimbal do its job. I let it follow it as long as it could. So hopefully we picked up something. Yeah, Romans, they were all around me. I could feel them circling me. And then whenever they start circling you, it's time to go, especially when you're by yourself, because you can't watch all angles at that point. And if they decide to rush you, you're in trouble. You might get one, you might get two, but you're not going to get all of them.
Mm-mm.
I hope you get something, Michael. That would be a good capture if you can get that.
Well, be careful, but that's interesting that he's getting them with their same thing.
Yeah,
They're
tonight,
active tonight.
just an active night. Well, we got a front coming in. There's a storm fixing to hit me here in a little bit. You can see the lightning off in the distance now. So there is a storm coming.
And is Michael Scott also in Oklahoma area?
I don't know, Michael. Are you in Oklahoma? Are you an Oklahoman?
That would be interesting if you can kind of confirm that too. Huh.
I should have picked that stick up and threw it back at it.
You definitely would have had a stick to the face.
Tell him that was not very polite. That's a no-no.
Oh, he's in Florida. Okay.
Oh wow.
Interesting. Dang, now
So it
I want to
seems
go
like
out.
they're active just about everywhere tonight.
Maybe I should go
Oh,
out at 3 o'clock
by the
tonight.
way, now my phone would ring too much. That's when I get all my calls when we do our
Mm,
meetings and our seances, and our prayers.
mm.
So
That's why I
that's
said I
going
should
around
go out
now.
tonight. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just putting you. I'm going to forward all my calls to you.
That's okay. I'll pass.
There was something else I was going to tell everybody. Oh, everybody in the chat tonight, all my abnormal family, as we call ourselves, we had to start a new Wide Open Adventures channel because people cannot access our older videos. So what we done, we have a new Wide Open Adventures channel. We're going to be getting it built up for Hunter. It's always been Hunter's dream. So we renamed it Wide Open Adventures Oklahoma. That is the difference. Right here is the link. We would love to have you guys come over, subscribe, and join us on the new one. Be some of the first subscribers over there. Jessica has already dropped 10 videos over there. She's doing all the videos. So she's starting from my very first video over there, and she's going to bring you guys all the way up to present. And I'm still going to be doing live videos like we've been doing and posting them there. So you're going to get our very first videos mixed in with our current videos. So go subscribe and support us. We want to blow that channel up for Hunter. That's really important to me because he always wanted it to be huge. So you guys doing that would truly be a blessing for us and something we'd like to do for him. So there's the link in chat if you would like to subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually taken off really good. Now, Randy ain't got his computer fixed yet. I haven't heard from him. Thank you, Vicky. I appreciate that. Ooh, Palazzo has gators and snakes. Well, we do now. We used to didn't. Oklahoma's they're starting to find alligators everywhere. They just pulled a 12-footer out about 30 miles from me. That would ruin your day.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad enough you got snakes.
Right.
See,
Thank you, Sharon. I appreciate that.
I really don't have to worry about any of that stuff up here. We don't got gators. We don't got, even our snakes in the area that I'm in, we got like garter snakes and nothing poisonous.
Well, we got a lot of things down here to kill you or rot your skin out or, sting you, bite you, attack you.
Bees,
So it's just
poison
not the
ivy.
crickets.
That's what we got to worry about.
Yeah, we got all that.
Bees and poison ivy. That's
bumblebees, wasps, hornets, snakes, scorpions, spiders.
Nope.
Turkey vultures eat your eyeballs out if you fall asleep resting. Then you'll wander around in the woods blind and can't find your way out. I think that's all the questions everybody had. It's been a long night walking around out there. I'm hot. I'm tired. But my subscribers wanted a question and answer, so we give you all what you want. We try to anyways. Tomorrow night, guys, Travis Carpenter is going to be joining us. We're going to be talking a little bit about the DNA, Melba Ketchum, what all was going on. The proof is in the pudding. So he's going to be coming on. We're going to be looking at facts and data that support the existence of these creatures. Scott Carpenter was on the leading edge, I believe, and we're going to discuss a lot of those things tomorrow night. So join us tomorrow night with Scott Carpenter's talented son, Travis Carpenter. They are both legends. They are both very intelligent gentlemen, and we are blessed to have Travis join us tomorrow night, and should be a real fascinating show. I'm excited for that.
Yep, and let me just pull up, unless you have it, I'm just pulling up the link to Abnormal. I think that's what Vicky wanted, Abnormal link.
The Abnormal link?
Share. Yeah. Copy. And there is the link for the Abnormal Facebook page.
All right. Well.
All right.
Yeah, Michael Scott T. Carp is awesome. If you want to come on the show sometime, Michael, and talk about what you found and everything, hey, shoot me an email. Abnormal investigations77@gmail.com. So shoot me an email, man, and we get to talk about what you're finding down in Florida. I'd be interested to hear about it and see what you've found. All right.
And he froze up. Okay, everybody. Unless he's gonna pop back in. I guess everybody have a great night. Hope we get to answer all your questions. And see you guys tomorrow. And Casey wants to pop back in. I'm going to pull up Wide Open Adventures and put that in a link too. One moment. And there's the link for Wide Open Adventures Facebook in case y'all want it. Okay.
All right, Jess, if you want to walk us out of here, I'm ready
Everybody,
to get some rest.
thanks.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm really tired.
Alrighty, thanks for being here tonight.
I'm tired.
Hope you guys enjoy. And yeah, Mike's tired. So we're going to get going. God bless y'all. Have a great night. See you tomorrow.
Thanks for hanging out with us, guys, over here on Abnormal Investigations. Thank you for joining Wide Open Adventures Oklahoma, the new one, guys. I'm going to go get me some rest. Thank you so very much for everything you all do. We love you guys. We couldn't do what we do without you. We'll see you tomorrow night with Travis. I look forward to hanging out with everyone. Take care. Be careful with the storms coming in. Everybody be safe. Keep your head on a swivel. Don't be something's dinner. And if it throws a stick at you, you may not want to throw it back. See you later.
Bye.